Hi there, it's Jack Woodrup from verticaljumping.com and also the creator of the Vertical Mastery Jump program. Today I'm going to talk about the quickest and most effective way to increase your vertical jump. Do you want to know what that is? It's by training the areas that you are weakest in. Focusing on and improving your weaknesses is actually the quickest way to improve not just a vertical jump, but any athletic pursuit. This is well known. For example, do these two very different athletes need the same vertical jump program? Unlikely. Both of these athletes clearly require a different training focus for maximum results. So what is a vertical jump? A vertical jump is an explosive movement that expresses your ability to generate muscular power. Vertical jump equals movement efficiency plus power, and power is force times distance over time. From a vertical jump point of view, force is basically how strong you are, and time is how quickly you can apply that strength. So how do you train to increase your vertical? Well, you can practice jumping to increase your movement efficiency. You can hit the weights to get stronger and increase your force output. And you can do plyometrics and various jumping drills to increase the speed at which you can apply your strength. There are no secrets to increasing a vertical jump. That is pretty much it. So when you see people talking about secret training methods, well, they're lying. There are none. But not everyone needs to improve their movement efficiency. Not everyone needs to get stronger. And not everyone needs to get faster. The guy on the left, Mr. Muscles there, he clearly doesn't need to get much stronger. The guy on the right, well, he looks like he could probably spend a bit of time in the weight room. But the guy on the right might not need to get faster. The guy on the left probably could. And what happens when you improve your movement quality? What happens when you get stronger? And what happens when you get faster? When your weaknesses are no longer your weaknesses, then you need to adjust your training. So is your vertical jump program designed to meet your needs? Does your vertical jump program adapt as your needs change? If not, why not? You're wasting your time. And that's where Vertical Mastery comes in. It creates custom designed vertical jump programs regardless of what your needs are, and it will adapt over time. In a minute, I'll show you the software in action, and you can see how it works for yourself. Remember, your vertical jump training is optimized for your needs with Vertical Mastery. You'll never outgrow it. It adapts with you. Pre-made and cookie-cutter programs are a thing of the past. Vertical Mastery is the next generation of vertical jump programs. It is the fastest and most effective way to increase your vertical jump, Vertical Mastery. So watch the demonstration video in a second and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so now that I've told you all about Vertical Mastery, it's time to do something that no other person with a vertical jump program will do, and that is show you how it works. And the reason most people won't do this is because if they showed you their program, then you wouldn't need to buy it. Well, I have nothing to hide because the software is different to everything else in the market, in that the programs Vertical Mastery creates are designed specifically for you. So your result's going to be different to what I put in here, and your program is therefore going to be different. And as such, I really don't have anything to hide. So anyway, before we were talking about how different athletes need different sorts of programs. And in particular, we were talking about these two athletes, Mr. Muscles and Mr. Skinny. Now I'll start off with Mr. Muscles. He's clearly very strong, so he's going to need a different program to Mr. Skinny. So let's build a program for Mr. Muscles. So I've put in some data here for Mr. Muscles. I've said he weighs 200 pounds, he has a 24-inch vertical jump, and he's squatting and deadlifting over twice his body weight. But when he does a depth jump, he's jumping less than his standing vertical jump. So he's not very reactive, but he's very strong. So let's build him a program. And sure enough, his maximum squat and deadlift test saying he has excellent relative strength, but when you look at his depth jump, his reactiveness appears to be quite limited and needs a bit of extra attention. Now, there are other variables in the software. I'm just picking these two to give you a clear example of how it works. So if we look at his program, what we do expect to see. Well, you wouldn't expect to see much weightlifting, you'd expect to see a lot of plyometrics. So we click build program, and sure enough, there it is. There's split jumps, there's some depth jumps, there's a bit of bounding, cone hops, power skipping. The main focus of his workout is all very reactive type drills to help build up his eccentric strength, which is what you would expect. So now let's go back and have a look at Mr. Skinny. Now Mr. Skinny here, clearly not so strong. So let's build him a program. So first of all, we'll type in Mr. Skinny. He's not going to weigh 200 pounds, he's going to weigh, we'll say 150. Now he might have the same vertical jump results, but clearly he's not going to be anywhere near as strong. So we'll change his strength test results to indicate that he's not as strong. And we'll just put that. But he might be far more reactive. So let's say he plays basketball 8 days a week, runs and jumps all the time, and I realise there's only 7 days a week. So we'll make that 2/88. So when he does a depth jump, he rebounds higher than a standing vertical jump. So he's quite reactive, but as you can see from his strength test, not particularly strong. So let's build a program for Mr. Skinny. And sure enough, his relative strength is an area he needs to improve, but his reactiveness is very good. So I would expect his workout to be strength based. Let's have a look. And sure enough, he's doing some box squats, he's doing step ups, he's doing some deadlifts here, he's doing some pause squats. You can see his training program is far more strength based because that is his area of weakness, and that's what will get him quicker and better results. Now, as I said, there's a few other variables about the training programs. It's not just reactive strength and maximum strength. There are a few other tests that you need to do, but that gives you an idea of how it customizes your training program. Another one that it can do is if you don't have access to weight training equipment. You just click the tab and select no, you don't have access, and what it does, it removes these tests. You no longer need to perform a deadlift and squat test, which is what you would expect, because if you don't have access to weights, you can't do it. And you click your build program, and now it says max squat and deadlift is no longer applicable. And if you go to the workouts, you'll see that all the drills are body weight only, which, as I said, if you haven't got access to weights, then you can't do weighted drills. So the program is taking that into consideration. So that's vertical mastery in a nutshell. As you can see, it's very simple to use. The programs it creates are targeted to your needs. Again, I've just showed you a few examples. There are a few other things that it takes into consideration. But as you can see, the programs are customized to the athlete, and that is what gets the quickest and the most effective results from your training. And by following vertical mastery, that's what you can too. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I hope you like what you see. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.